So this is Krishna's lila. Who else will you cry out for when you're in trouble? Hey Krishna! Draupadi cried out to Krishna. Radharani cried out to Krishna. Arjuna cried out to Krishna. Pandavas cried out to Krishna. Everyone cries out to Krishna. So cry out to Krishna. So really crying out to Krishna or crying out to Guru are the same. Because you cry to Guru, "Oh Gurudev, please save me." Who will actually do the saving? Krishna. Krishna's in every atom. Oh Guru, Kripa Guru. So whose mercy does he give? Krishna's mercy. The Guru has the key and the treasury is with Krishna. Mahanidhi. It means a great treasure. Actually, I was very excited, and probably I'll ask Gurudev about it next time I see him. Because he was very fond of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He knew it very well. He knows so many books very well. Especially because he translated it from Sanskrit into English. He did the first English translation ever in the world of this book. 1940s or 50s or something for Ban Maharaj in Vrindavan. He translated all the tikas of Mukunda Goswami and Vishwanath and Jiva Goswami on Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So in there, it says, it's in maybe, I don't know, chapter 5, part 2 or something. It says that it talks about Baba Bhakti, and it's talking, because at Baba Bhakti, one is eligible, if he practices Siddharani Karan, when one comes to the level of Baba, he'll not have any rasa swadan, he'll not actually be able to taste the Bhakti rasas. Although he has stairati, his stairati is quite clear for long. He has his stairati, and he's in Baba, and he's eligible to see Krishna and have his darshan, or even Radharani, and then he'll get prem by that. Darshan, he'll get prem from Baba, he'll instantly get the prem. But unless he practices Siddharani Karan, which is actual active smaran and identifying with the Nitya Parishas in the lilas, like the Hanuman in the play and all that, or Ramayana, he won't actually, he's on the level of Bhav, and he has a stairati and Madhurarati, Bhavalasrati, a special branch, you could say, sub-branch of Madhurarati. That's the way Gurudev explained. I said, is it a separate stairati? Because some people say like that. There's different ideas. Or is it a sanchari bhav? He said, no, it's not. It's Madhurarati is our Manjari's rati, the amorous love towards Krishna, Radharani, but it's a special variety, Bhavalasrati. So it says, and when one practices Siddharani Karan, the level of Bhava, by identifying, then identifying with the Prema Shraya and the Prema Vishaya and the Leelas, like Tulsi Manjari and Radharani, how she's feeling, that's called the Vibhav. So now the Vibhav is one component of Ras, is mixed with the Stairati, and then Anubhavas come. So then you can taste Bhakti Ras. So then Rupa Goswami says, and when the devotee tastes this Bhakti Ras, he considers his Bhakti Ras the greatest treasure of his life. So Bhakti Ras is the Mahanidhi. I thought, wow, this is nice. So because Gurudev was so familiar with this book, as I mentioned, because he translated it, so this is something to think about, the view of Guru, how not to see the... No, it's not seeing the Guru materially. Yes, you see the Guru is materially, okay, he's material, but that's not the important thing. That's not everyone. If I can see anybody with these eyes, they must be made of this Panchabhuta. My eyes can see Panchabhuta. I can't even see mind with these eyes. I can't see the subtle aspect of my own conscious function, cognitive functions. I can't see my mind. I can't see my intelligence with my eyes. What to speak of see the Guru? So you say, yes, he has this But Rupa Goswami is telling in Bhakti Upadeshamrita, he said just like the Ganga has so much foam on it, and some maybe dead bodies floating by. Sometimes they throw the bodies, if they don't burn them, or what's a child or someone's poor or whatever, they just throw the body in the Ganga, and turtles and fish eat it up. So it's going half rotten corpses floating by. So the Ganga is pure, but there's so many things floating in it that aren't pure. That's why when you take a kalsi is a Bengali name for a mudka, we call it mudka. You take a pot with a fat belly and a narrow neck. Has a fat belly, you see the ladies carrying water in Barsana. Still you can see, you go to Barsana side, ladies walking down the road, 2 or 3 shiny breasts, mudkas, these pots. They went to the local well. So they have a big belly, then a narrow neck. That's called a kalsi in Bangla. So you take the kalsi down and you put a white cloth. Actually it says, in Manu Samhita, it says the way to one should, it's talking about Brahmins. Brahmins should only drink water that's been passed through a cloth. So oftentimes you'll see, if you've been around ashrams and stuff, some sadhus, when they travel, they have a piece of white cloth, and they put it on there. They have some lota, and they put it on, lota with some string, and they put it under some drinking water faucet where you can drink. They run the water through the white cloth first. It says that should be done. So you go with the kalsi to collect the Ganga water, you put some cloth there, and you say, well, Ganga is pure, why do I have to filter it? So Ganga is pure, but we're filtering out the things that aren't pure, like the hair and skin and bones and other things that we don't really want to drink in the water. Dog bones floating in the Ganga or anything. In the rainy season, everything's floating, and houses are floating in the Ganga. You don't want to put a house inside your kalsi. So I see when the Yamuna is flooding, it's like everything. The hyacinth, all these green plants are coming from Haryana, flowing down the river. Animals, dead buffalo are floating. I haven't seen in a long time. I haven't been over that side since I moved here in 2002. It's 16 years I've been on this side, full time. 15 I was over there. But those days, early days, 30 years ago, the rainy season, the Ganga went from Sringarvat, the Yamuna went from Sringarvat all the way across, way far across the other side, way, all the way to Bailvan, where Lakshmi Devi sits under the tree. That her temple was water up to her, like a Sringadev kind of thing, water all over her temple. She was sitting there like in the Sringadev's in the water scene. Yamuna's the same way. That was in 1988, 89. I remember because it says somewhere in some Purana, if anyone takes bath at Kaliyadaha, anyone takes bath in the Yamuna and Kaliyadaha, then they become successful in business. And I remember I came in 77, I was a book distributor. And I went there with Padmalochan Das, one godbrother, he's gone to Krishna, I guess. We hope so. And then nice devotee from England, he knew a lot about Vrindavan holy spots and whatnot. Quite an eccentric, interesting person, great devotee, Padmalochan Das. He's my godbrother, I knew him. So we went to the Yamuna, and on our way we stopped there, and he told me this, because he printed one little book about Vrindavan called Chintamani Dham. It was the first Prikrama book of Vrindavan in English. In 1986 or 70 published. I still have it, I think. It's called Chintamani Dham. Paperback. Printed in Vrindavan. Little black and white pictures, you can't even see what it is, It's printing so bad. You look at the picture, what is this? This is H.K. Now all these fancy digital phones and everything. So he said, you see, this is Kaliyadaha. And it says in Padma Purana, anyone takes bath here, they become very successful. Oh, I'll become successful in my book distributor. I said, but there's no water. He said, no, it's okay, we can take a dust bath. So people were pretty relaxed in those days and not too uptight about their fancy clothes and stuff. So I said, okay, how do you do it? Because I was new here. I didn't know the ropes how to do the dust bath. It was in 77. So he said, no, you go like this, and first you pay obeisance to the Raj, and then you roll like this, like that, like this. So that was rolling like this and like that. That was 77. Then in 89, I do Prikma every day at Vrindavan, and there was from the Krishna Balaram tree, there used to be that tree there by Madhavan Colony turn. You go straight and it kind of zigzags, then gets to the end, you turn right, or maybe you can turn left now too, I don't know, there was nothing there. Turn right and it's a brick mark. Well, the water was to that point. So, the Yamuna. So when I turned right, I had to pull up my dhoti like a coward voice. And I saw people ahead of me because they were on Prikam also. It was like an obstacle course. I said, God, this is like African safari, It started off because I was at the temple during Kartika then. I left the guest house, everything's dry, and I come down the street, everything's dry. And I get down there, wow. So then I pulled up my dhoti and I'm behind somebody and it's all mud and it's slipping and sliding. And we're going by ashrams, and the ashrams are all water up to the door, Oh yeah, we had to go. We couldn't go through. It was all flooded. We had to go in Sringarvat, because way before what they call Chirgat, which is right before Keshi got in Jaru Mandal. Krishna put his foot on the stone. That was all flooded. You couldn't go that far even. We just saw water all from there all the way down. So we went Sringarvat. Sringarvat was on the footpath, but you could still go up the steps. The other place is all underwater, Jaru Mandal and all that. So before we got there, when we got to Kaliyada, it was all Yamuna. It's all I can take it back. So it's quite amazing because I saw when I first came to Braj, I saw old pictures of Braj, 1890, 1940s, and I said, "Wow, so many trees." And now history repeats itself. Now I came, in 77 first time, and what I saw in Raman Reti, what it looked like, and what I heard. And now it's like, whoa, my God, 77, 87, 97, 2007. It's like 35 years. Something different.